Coalition of Pro-Biafra Groups say that they are collectively with Nnamdi Kanu on his decision to cancel the sit-at-home enforcement in the region. Bamidele Ajayi has more in this report.
Event in recent times show effort by stakeholders to ensure Southeast is continued. Every Monday sit-at-home order. The civil unrest was designed to protest the continuous incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra. An event that has resulted in loss of lives and property, as well as disrupting the economic activities of the sub-region.
So the greatness we've talked about, the promises...
Enugu State Governor Peter Mba and host of other Igbo leaders are resolute in their demands to end the civil disobedience. At this news conference, personal aide of the IPOB leader, Rita Anebogu, confirmed the authenticity of the letter Nnamdi Kanu released through his special counsel.
The letter that Barrister Jimako presented to the press is very authentic and is from Nnamdi Kanu. Anyone claiming otherwise is doing so for ulterior motive, which time and Chukwuokike Abiama will expose.
Rita and other pro-Biafra groups jointly rejected the continuous enforcing of the sit-at-home order in the sub-region.
We, the pro-Biafra groups of Enugu State Extraction, stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as we say, we collectively reject the sit-at-home. Let it end now. Onye gburu nwanne anaghị azụ odogwu n'ala Igbo. No one becomes a hero in Igbo land by killing his own brother.
She urged the enforcers of the order to understand that the struggle is a political case that needs the support of all Igbo leaders.
Nnamdi had realized that we have to work with the political leaders of Igbo land to make a successful case for Biafra. Simon Ekpa should cease and listen to voices of reason. There is no way we will realize Biafra from Tibo Zogbo.
The group issues 10 warning to enforcers of the sit-at-home order to refrain considering the socio-economic and total well-being of the people of the Southeast region. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
And in the meantime, lawmaker representing Idiaton North local government or constituency in the House of Representatives, Ugo Chinyere Ikeagono, has called on ECOWAS to go beyond sanctions in its bid to restore the democratically elected government in Niger Republic. A National Assembly correspondent, Jokia Disa, reports.
Military incursions and governance are no longer fashionable. Niger Republic is now in the eye of the storm after the 5th military coup since independence. The head of the country's presidential guard led the coup against democratically elected president, citing grievances over insecurity and poverty. Since then, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has taken prompt actions to register its dissatisfaction. A number of sanctions have been spelled out and a series of meetings of heads of state under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu held. This Imo State legislator is now adding his voice to the clamor for adherence to the adopted ECOWAS Protocol of 2011, which stipulates that the only path to power is through the ballot. He commends the President Tinubu-led ECOWAS for the actions taken thus far.
I'm commending the ECOWAS head of states led by President Bola Ahmed for the series of meetings they have had in the last few days towards finding the easy path to restoring democracy in Niger. But that we are demanding that the right thing to do is to deploy military action. And when we had problem in Guinea-Bissau, when the attempted coup failed, ECOWAS moved beyond sanction and deployed a strong contingent force.
But he calls on the sub-regional group to deploy a strong contingent force, which put paid to the recent coup attempt in Guinea-Bissau.
That if we don't fix what is happening by the side of our neighbor, it will also inflame and worsen the security problems we're already having in Nigeria. So what I'm proposing is that in order to teach renegade presidential guards and power-hungry elements like General Abdurrahman Tichani a lesson, is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in consultation with other heads of authority in West Africa, should assemble the stabilization force, the contingency force, by the Chief of Defense forces in West Africa, to immediately move into Niger to stop what is currently going on.
The lawmaker also speaks on the recent arrest of a journalist in Imo State.
I'm using this opportunity to call on the DSS and the police and Mr. President to please intervene on the arrest of Nonsonkwa and ensure that he's released. If you say he has committed an offense, the right thing to do is to charge him to court. You do not have, and I repeat, you do not have any reason to hold Nonsonkwa more than the stipulated constitutional provision.
The legislature believes very strongly that decisive military action against the Niger military junta will assist greatly in averting a likely resurgence of insecurity in Nigeria and neighboring countries. Joke Edson, TVC News, Abuja.
And away from that, now the OONI of Ife, Oba Adeye Ogunwusi, has commended President Bola Tinubu over his ministerial list, especially the inclusion of 7 female nominees. He spoke on the sidelines of the presentation of a beaded crown to the Onijagbo of Ijagbo in Kwara State. Correspondent Ibrahim Alege has details.
Traditional rulers, dignitaries, and indigenes of Ijagbo waited patiently for the arrival of the OONI of Ife, Oba Adeye Ogunwusi, and his eventual arrival signals the commencement of the program. Is the presentation of the traditional beaded crown to the new Onijagbo of Ijagbo, Kwara State, Oba Sharafaddin Babalola. The OONI performs the ceremony. This is significant because the forebear of the Onijagbo came from the GSA ruling house, the same ruling house as Oba Adeye Ogunwusi.
The crown has been derived from the GSA ruling compound in Ife, and that's the role of OONI, to prepare it, to propitiate our ancestors and bring to Ijagbo. So I came to play my role with my blood brothers, the princes and princesses of Ijagbo Kingdom.
We are from the same ruling house. His father. So it's just like he play his fatherly role.
An obviously elated Onijagbo of Ijagbo, Oba Sharafaddin Babalola, promises to be fair to all sons and daughters of the community.
The welcome support that I receive from them, I will build on it to make Ijagbo great, develop Ijagbo, and be just to all concerned.
One of the princes of Ijagbo, Lateef Fagbemi, senior advocate of Nigeria, is on President Tinubu's ministerial list. OONI commends his choice and others on the list, especially women.
He's a noble prince, illustrious son of Ijagbo Kingdom and Ife. He won't let him down. He will serve diligently. And also, I want to thank Mr. President as one of the presidents that is so outstanding in our nation, giving women a wonderful chance. He has appointed 7. We are so proud of him. Women are very reliable, very dependent, and we believe he will still appoint more.
He expresses optimism that the incoming cabinet members will serve the nation well. Ibrahim Alige, TVC News, Ijagbo, Kwara State.